came from the Ivy League of the Desert. I can tell you that right now. I don't know where they from.
Ferrari and Ellis. Aggressive trap. Ellis is going to get whistled for the foul. He's looking at the official. I didn't catch him. When has a basketball player ever committed a
I
foul?
don't know any player. I mean, you might get one or two a season where they'll actually acknowledge. You know what? You gonna throw the hand up? That's on me. I didn't.
Usually, I didn't.
I don't know that I've ever fouled in my entire career.
I never did.
You know what? I did have one in high school.
Just one?
Just one. I mean, it was a 50-50 call, but I don't know. I'll take it.
Wiggins sneaking behind Holder. Block from Keita.
You don't need a three if you're Sacramento. There's still a lot of time.
A whistle and a foul called on Jalen Williams off the ball and a timeout on the floor.
Guard play been a little suspect here down the stretch for OKC. Remember, Trey Mann, we got to find out the latest on his situation. Going down was the primary ball handler, so it's been a little more difficult for the Thunder here down the stretch.
And Chet so far living up to his draft stock.
Yeah, you know, you love guys that can impact the game without having the basketball, but when he did have it, he was also effective, and I just love the overall skill set. And as I said earlier, he's a lot tougher than people give him credit for, because you look at that frame and you think finesse, but this is a guy that has great feel. That pass right there is as good a pass as you're going to see.
That was nasty.
That was an incredible pass in rhythm. You know, it's even one thing to make the pass, but a lot of times the guy's got to reach out and grab it, and by the time he gets it, it's allowed the defense to recover. So those are the kinds of plays that you made this point earlier that you can't teach.
Right.
That kind of feel, that awareness out there. I got a 7'3" that can make those kinds of plays. You got to be really excited for the Thunder and what they're trying to build here.
And it's impressive, too, because he put it, to your point, in the shooting pocket that allowed OKC to still get something to go offensively. And that is something that it's teachable, but when you just naturally have the gift to know to put it in the shooting pocket, as you said earlier, it gives your offensive teammates an advantage.
Yeah, and it's, listen, most guys know what the shooting pocket is. They just don't have the ability to get it in the shooting pocket. That's the beauty of passing. Passing is far more than just getting assists. Oftentimes, the best passes don't lead to an assist. They lead to an opportunity to attack. Get that one off of Holmgren there. Again, if you can get a quick two, if you're okay for Sacramento here, that works, because you still would have, if you get in the next 2 seconds, you'd have enough time to get a possession without fouling.
Keita off the inbound. Ferrari lets it fly. Gets his own. Kicks it. Roden. Attacking. Lays that up. Doesn't go. Loose ball. Gets it. Puts it up again. And Williams finally controls as he's fouled. Okay. Excuse me. Sacramento had 3 or 4 attempts there.
And that's one of the few times, and Ferrari's been terrific tonight, but I didn't like that decision to shoot that three. If that's Murray, maybe I'm okay with it, but if you're Ferrari, to just attack as you've been doing all night, and here again, just making a difference defensively, altering or blocking shots and creating that rebound opportunity there for his teammate, Jalen Williams. OKC now with a chance to possibly seal this one.
And to your point, Ferrari 0-5 from the three-point line this afternoon.
You want guys, you don't have to be a great shooter. You just have to be someone that plays to your strengths. And his strength is his ability to play make and facilitate and get the ball into the paint.
Sacramento calling a timeout. 85-78. OKC with the lead 16.7. And even in these situations, if you're
OKC should have 85 right now. There we go.
That's left on the clock, but at the same time, this is also an opportunity for the coaching staff to try and draw up a plan. Because you could be in this situation again in a one-possession ball game or a one-point game and need to really hone in on what you're going to do.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier. Like, oftentimes, understanding time to score, being able to execute, in those intense moments, because these are situations you cannot replicate in practice, right? You don't have the adrenaline, you don't have the same level of physicality, and so can your guys slow the game down, trust one another, and come up with the play you design? Whether it works or not, can you get the opportunity? They lost it on that last possession, but these are really important moments, not just for the coaching staff, but the personnel as well. So let's see what they can come up with. Do they execute something that gives them a chance to get a good look?
And this is also something that, when it comes regular season, we could see a Keegan Murray in a situation where you've got to know how to handle this, and not handle it in the sense of what to do, but how to mentally handle it, not to get too excited or to be too over prepared for it, and just be able to be, even keeled.
Yeah, it's a great point. And also,
that's not how you're supposed to do that. You're
in a similar situation here, how do you respond in these moments? Can you defend without fouling? Can you defend and not give up a three? Can everyone avoid a defensive mistake that puts you in a bad situation here? So, it works both ways. These are those teachable moments in game that are so valuable for player development.
We'll have the Clippers and the Nuggets coming up next, following us, as you saw them there in the tunnel. Queta lost the handle. Roden two-hand flush.
Maybe not how they drew it up, but you end up getting the deuce.
Now OKC doing the same thing, calling the timeout.
And even though you give up the two if you're OKC, you'll trade two for time. Right? They're able to eat up about 9 seconds on the shot clock. So that means right now they probably can't lose the game. But that young man, even in defeat, was he terrific on both sides of the ball tonight for Sacramento.
29 points, 7 rebounds, 4 steals. The steals is, even though it's not a big, sexy number, like 8 rebounds, 9 rebounds, 4 steals for me is still sexy, because it means that you're trying to work hard on defense, whether it's getting a deflection, because that's the other thing I'd love to see is what his deflection numbers are, because you got 4 steals, but how many other times did you get your hand in the passing lane to deflect something, and then maybe it goes the other way, or they're able to control it again? But I like the fact defensively, as a young guy, he's putting in the work to try to make himself a strong defender.
Yeah, Megan, that's a great point. He values possessions, and it's not just an offensive thing. That's been really impressive. You talked about it, Chet Holmgren. He had 5 steals tonight as well, which equally is impressive on that end. So both these young players, wise beyond their years in terms of their feel and understanding how to play the game of basketball. There's more to it than just running, jumping, and shooting. And those two guys tonight showed that in so many different areas in this game.
5-point ball, you have 7.4 to play. OKC side out of bounds. They put Krejci into the game along with Waters. Holmgren. And they're going to get a foul.
Ferrari doesn't like the call. It was a pretty easy call. The foul came before he was able to tie the ball up there.
What happened?
I'll tell you what, though, did a good job of getting in there. I stand corrected. I don't know. He might have gotten all ball.
Look out to the left, down, right. Look at every angle. Look at my bedroom. My bedroom.
You see Chet's numbers, 8, 3, and 5.
He had tremendous impact. And again, sometimes in the summer league, guys like Chet, you've got to play for them to get them opportunities. Solid